as we've got the pace car now bringing the field underneath the Fox Factory Bridge. And heading down the hill is our touring car field. Richard Baldwin to the inside, driver's right, Aguilar-Gamez to the left, and we've got a green flag in the air as our front row still lined up side by side, door to door. Is just a quick swift brush of the brakes, and they head up the hill, still side by side. Right behind them, Simon Asselin was able to get a hold of Ryan Sprehe. You can see now here is our field coming out of turn 6. This is the run for the lead in touring 3. Richard Baldwin opening up a little bit of an advantage, but Aguilar-Gamez now under attack from Ryan Sprehe in that EcoBoost Ford Mustang, the turbocharged 4-cylinder Mustang. He slides back in behind the BMW. Simon Asselin now in a BMW 330 Ci. He's dropped about 4 car lengths back from our top 4. But watch that battle directly behind Asselin. That is Szyjakowski and Todd Clarke. That right now is the battle for 5th position in Class T4. All right, here's they come down the front straight, starting to stretch out just a little bit. fact, I can tell you it's not Richard Baldwin because he's just now going down into turn one, continuing to open up his advantage, about a 6-car length advantage. But look at this, Jonathan, and this may be a question of the draft because he's been tucked behind the BMW of Aguilar-Gamez for quite some time. Ryan Sprehe just now running the fast lap of the race. Finds himself still in 3rd place overall, but Gamez and Sprehe, they've got, and here we go, as they just now come through turn 5. They've really started to open up an advantage over Simon Asselin in that white BMW with looks like the shell livery on it. All right, and we now got a car on I thought we had a car on the back straight that was having an issue. We've got a car in the gravel over at, this is the entrance to turn 6. We had a car there, actually the Spec E46 earlier today, and hey, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it is Todd Clarke, who was running in 5th position on this last lap. He was trying to close things down on Simon Asselin, the number 81 machine, and we are going to be going to a full course caution here, Jonathan, as we've got that machine out in a very precarious position. And as our leader, Richard Baldwin, just went through turn 1, the safety car now deploying. He's going to try to catch up to our leader. Did not get out in time, did not deploy ahead of our leaders, and so we'll see. Probably going to end up catching up. There you go. You can see Baldwin now coming down through the S's, slowing down. That's the safety car. That's the black Aston Martin. As we're going back to green flag racing here as the safety car pulled off, and we're back underway at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta.
And we're already 2 wide, 5th and 6th place in that first group.
Indeed, here it is. We take a look as they start to roll down the hill. It is definitely game on now for Aguilar-Gamez. I think he understands that this is going to be his next best chance to battle for the lead here as they come out of turn 5 for the first time after this full course caution. And he's already about a half a car length back. This is, again, a great battle in T3 coming out of turn number 3 onto the back straight as Aguilar-Gamez, Ryan Sprehe still locked nose to tail. Now Simon Asselin, he is locked in right behind the BMW and the Mustang as Sprehe takes a look to driver's right, which probably wouldn't be the best position as they come down the hill. Probably want to be to driver's left to the inside. Well, let's see, does Sprehe move down? But look at Asselin late on the brakes in the BMW. Wow.
Sprehe looks racy. Sprehe has poked his nose out a couple of times just in that section right there. So I think Sprehe wants to make some moves here.
7.5 minutes from the checkered flag in our last race today. Richard Baldwin, your winner, just turned fast, slapping the race. He's your T3 leader with Aguilar-Gamez running second in class. Ryan Sprehe third. As we're watching once again this battle for the lead in T3, and Aguilar-Gamez and Ryan Sprehe, besides still rocking nose to tail, Jonathan, they have not necessarily fallen off the pace of the Nissan of Richard Baldwin. Now, of course, I think Baldwin's been going gangbusters and almost race pace from the drop of the initial green flag. You know, otherwise the safety car would have been able to catch up to him. But our second and third place runners, they're still a good pace. But I'll tell you, that Nissan, it's got a lot of straight line speed. I know it's a heavy car, but it's definitely I think a little bit better suited to this long back straight than the BMWs are, perhaps. Oh, we've got two cars getting together, yeah, over at 10B. One of them now continues, and actually looks like both of them are going to get back underway. And I think Marc Cefalo might have been one of the two cars, the 0-0 machine. That's going to make a big change in T4. Here's another, as we were talking about B-Spec. Oh, wow, look at this as they're going. Yeah, that is Blair Deffenbaugh, who I was talking about a little bit earlier. as we've got now just 2 minutes remaining. We're going to probably see the white flag in the air here in just a few moments as Richard Baldwin now continues to clear the majority of the B-Spec field. He just gets around our B-Spec leader, Frank Schwartz, going into turn number 1, as the rest of our T3 field now is getting mired down in the B-Spec traffic, with Aguilar-Gamez falling almost 20 car lengths back from Richard Baldwin. He still has Ryan Sprehe to contend with. That green number 194 machine just will not leave the back of Aguilar-Gamez. As we should have, and we see the blue flags being displayed to the B-Spec drivers as our T3 and T4 field starts to come through. But this next time by, when Richard Baldwin crosses the start-finish line, he should be getting that white flag with 1 to go. As we just saw come into the frame here, Jonathan, Simon Asselin in the white BMW 330, and he's making up some ground, at least on this lap, compared to Ryan Sprehe. Sprehe has been faster through the majority of the race, but he is getting closer as Richard Baldwin now comes out of turn 10B, comes underneath the Fox Factory Bridge, and makes his way down through turn 12 to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go as Asselin now comes right across the nose of Frank Schwartz, as they had just before the apex, about 20 feet before the apex in turn 12, as Asselin still trying to work his way into a podium position in T3.
Yeah, he's still working hard. You can see him leading that car over, trying to get to Sprehe.
But just at the time, there he is now in the middle of the B-Spec field, just at the time that Aguilar-Gamez needed to get a little breathing room with Ryan Sprehe behind him. He managed to do it as they were all working through that B-Spec traffic. He managed to open up about a 10 car length advantage over the green BMW. And our leader now coming down the hill. There he is, Richard Baldwin, coming out of 10B up the hill. And when he sees the next flag in the air, that is going to be the checkered flag. Richard Baldwin takes the win. A little bit off pace, but Richard Baldwin takes the win in T3. Aguilar-Gamez a little bit off pace. He comes home in second. Ryan Sprehe, the number 194 Mustang, he takes the last spot on the podium in T3. As Asselin and Weck